Hey Virgo, this one's for you. Gonna be doing an energy reading for this week. So if you're curious what might be going on, stick around. We're about to get into it. And if you're seeing this way after it's posted, that's okay. You were probably guided here for a reason, and there might be a message in here. Maybe messages, right? So yeah, there might be something in here for you that might have not been clicking a few weeks ago, but now it's ready to hit you. So that might be why it's coming in. But let's get into this. We're starting with the Citadel deck. I love this deck a lot, and this is just going to tell us what archetype you're in at the moment or what you're stepping out of. Whoop, that was great. Wow, the wise one. Okay. So it says tradition, order. Cool. Let's see what that is all about. It seems pretty positive. All right, the wise one. Sorry, I didn't get this deck that long ago, so it still takes me a second to find. There it is. Okay, 52. Okay, the wise one. A fire burns in the hearth, a russet fox slumbering before its warmth. Peace hangs over the room like a blanket, and by the window, the wise one consults a book and crushes a handful of leaves into a bowl. Though others may be wilder and more experimental, the wise one acts on the knowledge learned from their predecessors. They know the way things have always been done. Organization and rhythm rule the day. It's time to suppress that creative streak and accept pre-established convention. Take the time to study those who have gone before you. There is plenty to be learned from previous attempts. The greatest knowledge is derived from the experiences of those who have done this before. Interesting. Okay, so definitely needing to listen to maybe other people's advice who have been doing this for a really long time or doing whatever you're dealing with, you know. It's gonna resonate in multiple different ways. But yeah, this is saying now is the time to kind of pay attention to that tradition and order and not really get so caught up on like doing things a new way or, you know, utilizing creativity. It's kind of all about like doing things by the book at this time. I'm not saying all the time, definitely not all the time, but at this time, that's what it's encouraging. So let's see what you've been going through that is dealing with this. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's some illumination on, ooh, I am getting deja vu right now. And I'm looking at a record that says deja vu. What kind of message is that for you? Is that that's obviously not just for me. The fact that it's happening during this reading. There might be something that Virgo needs to hear in this. This is really interesting. So deja vu might be relating to the need to not make the same decision over and over and over and over again. So there's a need to kind of pay attention to what you're doing at this time and see if it's something, if you're getting the hit that you're in alignment or you're getting the hit that you've done this before. It's going to be different for each of you, but it's definitely going to be in between those two. So pay attention to what your gut is trying to tell you as we move forward on this reading. I feel like that was not coincidental. Okay, crazy. Okay, so we're starting off with the sun. So there's a lot being illuminated for you at this time. It might feel like you're kind of just starting. Like there's this energy of a new lease on life, I heard, which is really interesting. But this is definitely saying like you're on a journey that you're not alone on. That's for sure. I don't know. Normally this isn't a big deal on this card for me, but the horse or the donkey, whatever it is, it looks kind of small to be a horse, but either way, I feel like spirit is leading you. And I did see something the other day that the black horse is ego and the white horse is the soul. So it's really interesting. You might be doing things in very different ways right now that don't seem like something you would have done in your past, but this is a good thing because spirit is basically taking you somewhere. Spirit is taking you to a different timeline, to a different reality that you could be living, like a different option for you. I feel like there's something you're not really seeing, but spirit is helping guide you there. And the place you're going to end up is very abundant, right? If your soul is telling you to continue doing something, sometimes you have to listen, even if other people might not agree with it. But that's interesting because that's going against what the first card was suggesting. Let me get further into this reading and see what else can unfold. Wow. 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 Oh, sorry. I swear sometimes I'll be lost in the spread. I forget y'all are here. My bad. Okay, so the Chariot came out after the King of Pentacles. So there's a need to kind of be happy with where you're at now. And I'm getting that reminder of like, you know how rich people, they say that they felt rich before they got rich, right? I'm getting that kind of energy. So there's a need to kind of just be content with your journey, on the journey, right? And not so focused on the outcome or what is going to happen, or those are the same thing, but or like an expectation of how things are supposed to play out. There's a need to kind of let go of all of that and just kind of surrender to where spirit is trying to take you, right? And yeah, they're really bringing up the black and white thing. That is a really strong message here. There's a lot of like yin yang energy, and I've just been feeling that to like in general today, and that might be part of a collective message. But yeah, this is really interesting. So with the Chariot here, that means you're in a transition. And when you're in a transition, the next card is kind of telling you what you're aligning with. You're aligning with your emotional fulfillment. You're aligning with what feels good to you. You're aligning with your dream life, your dream. You might have been coming out of a lot of emotional turmoil wherever you were coming from, but I feel like you're learning how to manage it better. You're learning how to manage your emotions, your wants, your needs. You're learning how to understand yourself a lot deeper than maybe you were previously. But that's because you stepped on this path. Now you have to figure out, okay, what exactly is emotional fulfillment to me? What does this mean? Like, what do I want? And you're really like focusing on that at this time. And that's really good because you need to know what you're aiming for, right? It can't just be rainbow. It's got to be really specific stuff. So it's like you're kind of like organizing all of that in your brain, removing what works and removing what doesn't work and adding what does, or whatever. However that, what is that saying? I don't know. I think I'm thinking of the resonate thing. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But that's kind of what you're doing in your brain right now, right? So yeah, I feel like you figured it out. And if you haven't, you're going to. There's going to be some type of epiphany that makes you realize, oh, this is what I find fulfilling in life. This is what I live for. I love it. Like this is like you looked at all of your options and you chose, right? And you made this decision based on your intuition. You made this on your intuition, and you saw through all of the illusions that were trying to come for you. That could be a million different things too. But yeah, there with the six. With the Six of Swords here, this is saying like you left this thing to get something better. You're leaving something that doesn't resonate to find something that does. You see what I'm saying? Like that is a huge message here because I've said it like 80 fucking times. But yeah, this took a lot of strength. This was not easy. This is not something this is like a gamble is what I'm feeling. Like it's like a risk. You don't know what's going to happen, but you're taking that leap of faith because you're trusting yourself. There's this stability that you've kept as you're going through this fucking crazy tide, right? There's just this really strong, like powerful force that you feel like you have no control over, but you're learning how to kind of have control over your situation and yourself, like you're both sides, like your masculine and your feminine here. And you're finding this abundance within yourself that doesn't run dry, right? There's like this holy grail within you that is just always flowing, and you're gaining access to that. It's like the fountain might have been broken and out of service for a while, but somebody did maintenance and it's back and running, right? It's like because you found it, you found your cup, you found the source again. So there's this thing that you've reconnected with within you that is like really propelling you forward as you handle this with a lot of strength. This is taking a lot of emotional strength to go with whatever you're doing, because there's so many cup cards here, you know, and pentacles. So it's just like your goals, but mainly the emotional battle that you've been enduring in. Seriously, it's been a lot. Let's get some Moonology cards. Nothing is yet set in stone. So there's a lot of things that still need to be cleared out. There's still things going on behind the scenes and yeah, things aren't solidified. Things are still kind of up in the air. So it's a lot is dependent on how you move forward. When things are up in the air, it's like there's still things that you can position yourself to catch the thing that's still in the air, right? You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, there's a visual. Like juggling, kind of. It's like you're throwing this thing up knowing you're gonna catch it or something like that. I don't know. Don't let pride get in your way. Make sure you keep your ego in check, and make sure your ego and your soul are working together and not against each other, because you want them to work as a team. It's not about one side of you leading the way. People always think ego death, and it's like, it's just an ego transformation. It's not, you don't ever lose your ego. Well, you can, but it's not recommended. That's not what you're supposed to do. I think that's a past spiritual, I don't want to say myth. What? I don't know. It was like a past trend that is now outdated, right? It's like, that's not, we're realizing like our ego plays an important part in our day-to-day, right? So there's a need to kind of let go of that whole, we need to kill the ego bullshit, because it's just not true. You're very close to achieving your goals. So you're on to something, you know? It's like you're in the middle of the woods still looking up at the moon like, oh my God, am I there yet? But yeah, it's still coming to fruition. Oh my gosh. And you notice like the moon cycles, like how this one is like opening up and then this one is so close to being full, right? It's like really close to fruition. The answers you need are coming. Okay, so yeah, there's a need to kind of sit tight and realize like everything you need to know will be illuminated when it is meant to be. And that's what the moon is all about. Like, it's all about quote unquote illusions, you know. And when I say that, it means like there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. And sometimes it's hidden for a reason, like for our best knowledge, for our best good, right? It's like when your parents tell you Santa Claus is real. It's like, that's good for you when you're a kid. Not always, but when you're a kid, it's good. It's like a good lie. Where am I going with that? I don't know. The answers you need are coming, is what I'm trying to say. A fiery climax approaches. So there might be some things that are working on behind the scenes that you can't see just yet. And there's a need to kind of relax and not get overwhelmed by where you're at, and understand that things are moving. You just can't see them. It's not things that you need to move. It's like you did your thing. Now it's Spirit's turn, and then it's your turn, and then it's Spirit's turn. And it's like this give and take, this teamwork. It's like playing catch, right? The ball is in their court now. So now it's time to send it back to you. Okay. Woo, man, this one's got me really going. Oh wait, no, I did. I almost skipped Good Tarot. What time is it? All right, 13 minutes. Queen of Earth. Wow, so that's Queen of Pentacles. So you already got the King, right? So that's that action. You've been taking the action. Now's the time to trust. Now's the time to trust that it's coming in for you. Wow. That's crazy. Page of Fire, Two of Earth, King of Water, the King of Cups. We already got that, so that's confirmation. And then the Emperor underneath. Holy shit. Okay, let's read these. Queen of Earth. Okay. So, practical and grounded, trustworthy, earthy, resourceful, a gardener who tends to what has been planted. I am committed, down to earth, and clear about my goals. I am honest as I work with others to keep it real and be true to what we are doing and the challenges before us. I use all my resources wisely, whether they are finances, opportunities, or people willing to help me in my endeavors. Yeah, look, it says trustworthy, resourceful. So that's a person that's like just doing their day to day things and knowing that if they just keep in their routine or keep like doing what they do, you know, everybody's routine is different. People think that we all need to stick to this one routine. And I just want to say, because I've been battling this myself, we need to let go of the society's routine. I have my own personal clock. I have my own personal routine of what works for me. And so do you. So can we stop with this workaholic bullshit? Can we stop with all of the get up at 6 a.m. and do this and then do this? It's like, what works for you does not work for me. Okay. You know, so yeah, it's just really interesting that came through. But yeah, down to earth and clear about my goals. That is huge. Honesty, commitment, down to earth. You know, that's all. Like, Virgo is an earth sign. So, like, this is really speaking to you then. It's really, really strong. Okay. Page of Fire. Enthusiastic action, adventurousness, venturing forth, beginning a project, acting on a new idea. Yes, I am free to venture forth for co-creating a life true to my desire is my right. I am finding my purpose as I take the first step into something new. My ideas have value. I dream boldly. Now is the time to dream big, because now that you're sitting tight, now it's manifestation time. Now it's seed planting time. It's time to, you know, think about what you want. What is your goal out of this situation that you've been dealing with? All right, Two of Earth. Pleasurable work. Oh my God. Adaptability, balance between work and play. Yes. My efforts bring me joy. Play and work are not separate because what I'm doing is actually fun. If conditions change, I can switch gears easily. I'm fully present in the excitement of creativity, and I'm eager to experience the surprises that occur when seeds I planted take root, sprout, and develop in unexpected ways. This is a time for flexibility and trust in how the universe will shape what is coming into being. One way or another, my dreams manifest in the material world. This is literally about, you know, co-creation here. Wait, I'm trying to find the line that's sticking out to me. Hold on, where'd it go? Yeah, if conditions change, I can switch gears. You don't gotta stay in the same thing. There's just like fear of commitment sometimes, and it's like just because you commit to something doesn't mean you can't uncommit. You know, people are so scared, well, if I do this, then this will happen. It's like, but sometimes you gotta fuck around and find out. You might be in analysis paralysis. I'm looking for the King. Oh, I'm looking for King of Cups. It's called King of Water. I'm like, where are the cups at? It's water, dumbass. Okay. Generous, diplomatic, fair, gentle, a good listener, non-judgmental peacemaker, mediator. I honor and respect all beings, including myself, and see the commonalities we share and the spirit that is in all of us. I listen to other voices and blend them with my own wisdom before settling on an opinion, making a decision, or taking an action. I gently and lovingly lead others away from fear and divisiveness and into harmonious collaboration. Yes, that is what you're stepping into. Instead of fighting with yourself or fighting with spirit, you're finally starting to accept that this life takes teamwork. And maybe you've been in this, I have to do this on my own vibe because that's all you've been used to. Maybe you've always felt like it's you against the world or you against everybody else, you know? But I'm here to tell you that era for Virgo is over. There's a need to kind of let go of this idea that everyone's out to get you and just start focusing on a different side of life. And whatever side of life you focus on is whatever side of life you are living in. You create your reality. And a lot of people don't want to take accountability for that, but you choose what you water in your mind. You choose what you pay attention to. You choose how you see things. You choose everything that comes into your brain. And if you didn't choose it, if it just popped up, then there's a responsibility to take out the trash, right? I do something, I'm just gonna let you know, I do something where I have a fear garden. I have a problem with fear. It's the first thing that pops in my brain, right? And that's okay. It's just something that I've been conditioned to do. But as I'm retraining my brain, I have to take, every time I have a fearful thought, I say, hey, little Summer is in my brain. You know that episode of SpongeBob? Right? Where he's got all those little SpongeBobs in it, right? I pretend there's a bunch of Summers up there, and I say, hey, little Summers, take that fear and go plant it in the fear garden. That fear garden transforms to love, right? So I'm constantly transforming those things in my brain, but you have to literally imagine it happening in order for it to happen in your body, right? Or think about it happening. So if you don't visualize things, think about it. Like, think about it in words, think about it in a sentence, or however your brain operates, right? That's just a little tip for anybody that needs it. Where are we at? 20 minutes. I gotta type this up. Okay. All right. So 4, Emperor, authority. Following the rules right now is exactly what I should be doing. People in authority come to my aid and give me good advice when I ask for it. I can have the strong confidence that this card suggests. Dealing with institutions like banks, governments, or schools are highlighted at this time. But this is really about you just getting to a point of strength. For sure. You know, and I was talking about that, you know, with emotional strength earlier with the King of Water, King of Cups here. There's just this strong strength that you've been cultivating through whatever situation this is. And it has been, oh my God, I didn't even realize this was here. Transformation was under the Emperor. It has led you to a transformation. You are transforming right now as we speak. And that's why you're finding this video, right? There's a need to let yourself be. Is that a phoenix rising from the ashes in her hands? Yes, some type of bird. Like a hummingbird? So interesting. I've never really looked at what that was. I thought it was just a spark, but it's hard to see in this. But it's actually this little bird. I feel like you're a phoenix rising from the ashes right now, and you've gone through like a death and rebirth. Wow. Let's read that. And then we'll close it out with that. 13. Change. Nothing remains the same. I need to accept that life evolves through cycles of birth, death, and rebirth. Now is a time of transition as things are changing from one form to another. I need to allow things to happen for the highest good. I am called to let go of the old so I can welcome the new. There's a need to let go of all of the old beliefs of yourself up until this point. Like, you are not the same person anymore. You have completely transformed, and there's a need to not treat your life as though you haven't. There's a need to not base your future off of your past. Your future doesn't look anything like your past if you're doing it right. You know, I mean, unless you want it to be the same. But, you know, if you have a lot of goals and things in mind that you're trying to change and you're trying to shift out of, it's like things have to come apart to come together. It's like you asked for this. And then you're mad that it's happening. That's not what God likes. Like, the universe is not like ungrateful people. It's like it's like giving a kid ice cream and he's like, I fucking hate this. It's like, dude, I just went through all of that to get you this ice cream and now you're talking about you hate it? Now you're saying you want to kill yourself? It's like, bro, I just did all that. It's like, sometimes like when I get really low and I'm like getting all melancholy or whatever, and I honestly don't do this much anymore, but I would get so like, just fucking take me out already. Like, bro, what am I even doing here? Like, why and I just feel so like, I'm looking back and it's like, little did I know my soul asked to be here. All of our souls agreed to a contract to be here. Yet everybody's acting like, I didn't ask for this. Yes, you fucking did. Yes, you fucking did. So I guess what I'm trying to say is maybe catch your ungratefulness. It's definitely coming through. There's a need to stay grounded. There's a need to kind of go by the rules, but also be open to different outcomes, different ways of doing it. And yeah, there's just this need to trust the universe at this time. You're not going to get anywhere if you don't trust anything. You got to trust something. Otherwise, I don't know. It's tough out here. But you're the wise one. You're finding your way. But it's a time to learn from other people instead of think that you have all the knowledge and nobody can tell you shit. That's not how this is about to go. Don't let pride get in your way. Maybe rewatch this. All right, if you made it this far, put the moon in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. And if this resonated with you, let me know how. I'm really curious to see what you guys are going through. But yeah, I really appreciate y'all joining me here. Subscribe, follow, whatever platform this is on. I have multiple. So yeah, give me a follow if you're watching on TikTok. Give me a like or a comment or subscribe if you're on YouTube. I'm not used to this. I don't know. I got to come up with a better outro. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a great week. Bye.